All right, guys, I think I'm live. Let me know if you could hear me. TT, good morning. How are you? You have yourself a blessed day as well. Yeah, sorry, guys. I got out of work on time, and when I went to hit the live button, uh, sure enough, the mobile data kicked off like it does once in a while. It's weird because yesterday when I did my show, I had no issue with that. I drove all the way home and had no issues. Don, how you doing? I think is today the day Stiggs was going in for some medical stuff. I think he said today and tomorrow, possibly. Yankees.
What's up, Top Island? What's going on, chat?
How are you? Vinny, what's going on, Vinny? Good morning.
Hey,
Don,
Brooklyn guy, how
what's
you doing,
happening?
Brooklyn? Don, how you doing?
Can you hear me okay, Yankees?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I can hear you okay.
Okay. No, I got my earbuds in, so it's a little different. I don't know how it comes over.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Um, what's going on? Anything?
Just trying to get through this night. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're almost done though, right?
Yeah, another hour, 15 hours. Let's see, about another hour and a half, give or take.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the link up if anybody else wants to come and join us. It's up to you guys. Not a whole heck of a lot going on. It's 28 degrees up here in Buffalo, and with the wind chill 16, so it is freezing. If you're out there walking around, it is cold. Oh, here comes your arch nemesis, Yankees. There he is.
Gentlemen, how are
Good
you?
morning, Don. Good evening. What's
Good
happening?
morning
It's
to you.
evening for you, right?
Yeah, and I've got a numbnut next door cutting his grass at 8 o'clock at night.
Wow. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Vinny, it's cold here, man. Like I'm with in my city, it's always cold in the winter. It's cold up till about May, it seems. But I'm tired of it. I'm sick of this damn cold. I'm ready for any kind of change in climate here.
What's going
What are you
on,
getting? The
Don?
Yankees,
second round?
what's it about 100 by you guys?
We're actually 62 right now.
No.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, when summer comes around, you're gonna love your summers, and I'm gonna hate mine. So, yeah,
Yeah, Don, you just got over your summer, right? In Australia there?
Yeah, we're getting nice autumn weather.
how hot does it get
Hey,
there,
Vinny.
Don?
Sorry, Todd.
No, go
How
ahead.
hot?
Yeah,
You can answer, Yanks.
I said, how hot does it get over there in the summertime?
about 112.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
insane.
we get up to 100. We get up, 101, 102, just depending. But the humidity is unreal. So yeah, it's bad. What's up, Joey Melrose? Yeah, it's bad though.
It, so, Brooklyn guy, if what you were saying that one time, uh, I don't think it's Springfield. I think it's Springville because Springville's very close to me. And you said that I believe that he knew your uncle knew one of the Bills or something like that, Jim Kelly. Yeah, that would have to be Springville, Ville. Um, yeah, definitely check because that's the. I don't think Springfield there is. I don't. It's not ringing any kind of bell. Joey Melrose, are you from my neck of the woods? Oh, look who made it! You made mimosas. You start. Oh God, that's your call if you want to join. But
Hey,
uh,
JJ.
mimosas, spot on. It's 5 in the morning. I got coffee, decaffeinated coffee right now. But yeah, just like I said before, guys, shout out to Stiggs if he's having his procedures done today. Let's give him, you know, good thoughts and prayers. So
Exactly. All the
hopefully,
best to him.
yeah, hopefully he'll be up and running soon again.
Yeah, exactly. Prayers
So
go out to him.
yeah, Stiggs had to get a tune up real quick. He'll be back. He'll have fresh spark plugs and wires. He'll be good. Oh, you're from the Philly area? Okay. For some reason, I don't know why I thought that you were from around me.
Hey, Podfather, you're getting your second bout of winter.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just cold, man. It's just,
What's the temperature there, Top Five?
like I said,
At the moment,
it's 28.
it's about down here. It's about 65, 70.
Yeah, that's good. So you're
Yeah.
finished with the summertime, right, Don?
Yeah, we just finished it about 2.5 weeks ago.
So you're going into winter, obviously.
Autumn,
Autumn. Okay.
which is your fall, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Winter kicks in about June.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, JJ, you haven't been to bed yet? Either have I. Brooklyn guy, yeah. East Main Street. I'm not positive about that one. Not sure, but yeah. If he has any like landmarks in Springville, he could just let me know. Say I probably know it. Just about Springville's about 40 minutes from where I'm at right now. Excuse me.
So Yankees,
just
what
waiting for
buttons are you
this.
pushing?
What?
What buttons are you pushing?
What am I pushing?
Yeah,
What
what
buttons?
buttons?
Boxes?
No
I can't understand the man.
buttons.
What
Buttons like buttons on your
buttons?
shirt or buttons on the board, like the electric board.
I'm not pushing anything right now, but I'm fixing to push you the hell out of here.
Oh man.
Strap yourself into that chair, buddy.
Did you hear what I said?
You ain't pushing
Who you
me, I
pushing?
can tell you now.
You ain't.
I'm gonna have to get Todd Father to give me the some of the leeway so I can be able to knock people like you out.
Wow.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Don's gonna throw a boomerang from Australia and smack you, and it's gonna come back to him.
Yeah.
Yankees, we'll see who the meat wagon's going to be for, but he ain't going to be for me.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah. So I gotta get a hold of Anthony. I think we might do that Snoop Dogg wine. I can't do it. I don't know if he's. Oh, he's doing something for Patty's Day with the beer, so I don't know if he's gonna do anything with wine this week.
No, he's doing, I think,
So,
2
is today-
beers.
Oh yeah, that's in a couple days. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Pretty quiet night on the good old YouTube last night, huh? Not a lot of people were live.
Yeah, not too many people were live.
It's the weather, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. All right, Brooklyn guy, Vinny. Yeah, find out, man. Find out for sure. Because if you ever come in this neck of the woods, we'll definitely meet up for sure. Like I said, it's not far away from me at all.
Take care of yourself.
But like I said, if he's dealing with the likes of some of the old Bills players like that, then it's gotta be Springville. So not Springfield.
Yeah, catch you later, Vinny.
Yeah, I'll be taking my
So-
dogs out once I stop the show.
What's today's topic?
Today's topic. Do I ever have a topic, Don?
Well, yesterday was donuts.
I don't know.
Are you going shopping?
What's on
No,
your
I
topic,
can't because No, I can't go shopping because I wouldn't be able to do a show then because my mobile data crapped out again as soon as I hit StreamYard. So weird.
Yeah. And what, you
So
have to,
weird.
don't have to go buy anything today at the shop?
No, we're pretty stocked up. I went when I didn't have that show Sunday into Monday, I went. You know what I mean? So if I need to get
Sounds like
anything, I'll
Todd.
just go after I get my kids to school.
What time do
Pardon?
they start school there, Todd Father?
The high school starts I think at 7:40 a.m. and then my
Wow.
daughter's school, I believe my daughter's school starts. What time do I get her there? I don't know, 8:30, 8:20, something like that.
What time they finish?
My son finishes at like 2, I think, or 2:20 or something like that. And then my daughter is out at like 2:45. So
They start 8:40 here and finish at 3:20.
oh yeah, so you start a little later and end a little later. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, like if like I drive my kids to school, so if my son wanted to take his bus, he'd have to be out by the stop sign here by, I don't even know, like 7:15 or something like that when the bus comes.
Yeah,
But I drive them.
how many kids actually catch the bus or walk to school nowadays?
Yeah, I don't mind driving them. I'm
Joey,
starting to mind picking them up though, because I can't sleep as long as I'd like to.
Joey, I'm going to.
JJ, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say JJ. Yeah, I think Anthony said yeah, beer this week. But yeah, Joey, Yankees. Joey was asking you something there.
Well, I was trying to answer.
Oh, here we
Yeah, I'm
go.
going to Philly to go watch a game in Philly. Melrose.
When you going?
I'm not 100% sure yet. Matter of fact, I'll be able to let you know in the next couple of days.
I think Philly's about 6.5 hours from me, right around there.
When are you going to go watch the Simpsons stage
Who
show?
said?
What'd you say, Don?
I said, are you watching the Simpsons on the stage?
The Simpsons
The
on the stage.
Simpsons?
Yeah, I'm not real sure what you're talking
You
about.
don't know the
but-
TV series, The Simpsons?
Yeah,
not-
but why would they be on the stage? I don't get it.
It's a joke.
Yeah, you're not too
Yeah,
funny
well,
today.
yeah, that kind of went over my head too.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
trying
you guys this morning are full of snap, crackle, and pop, aren't you?
Yeah,
No, man, I'm flat. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
flat this morning. JJ, have a good sleep there. Sweet dreams. Thanks for coming on, or thanks for coming in the chat. That's what I'm saying. I'm shot. I actually
Yeah,
got
I am
sleep
too.
last night, or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, I don't know.
Have a Red Bull will give you wings.
Say that again.
Have a Red Bull, it'll give you wings.
No Red Bull. I had a Monster before work. Like I said, I'm having a decaf coffee now, so because I was freezing coming out of work. So
Yeah, I tried to drink a Monster drink one time. I just can't. I can't do it.
how come?
It tastes horrible. What kind do you drink?
It's a white can. It's a white and black can.
Is it like?
I don't-
Go ahead.
I don't even know what flavor it is, to be honest. I just drink it. It tastes good, and I just drink the damn thing.
Is it stronger than like Red Bull supposedly, or what?
It's comparable.
Yeah.
It's definitely comparable. Um, but just like everything else, you get a tolerance to them. You know what I mean? So there's like days I'll drink them and then like it doesn't do anything for me. But
Yeah.
then there's other days where it's like if my forehead starts to sweat, then I'm flying. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Don, do you drink any of these drinks like that?
No, I just drink espressos all day.
Oh, that would really kick in your ass, right? I've never drank one of those, but I heard they're pretty potent.
Yeah,
They're not
Don drinks
potent.
about 35 espressos a day.
It's not potent. It's just pure coffee.
Oh.
It's all natural. It's all natural.
Okay.
Oh man. So Don, do you Oh my God, I completely forgot I was going to ask you. Oh, do you do any fishing down there at all?
To be honest, I haven't done any fishing since 1986.
Hey, Todd Father, I got to get off, man. I got a couple of things I got to do. I'll give you a call tonight.
All right, sounds good, man.
Take care,
Thanks
Don.
for coming up.
All right, buddy.
See you, Yankees.
All right.
Yes, sir. I was gonna
No,
say, like, do
since
you do any? Are you by any
Godfather,
bodies of water?
I'm 7 minutes away from the ocean.
Oh yeah. Do you get
The last
sharks
time
down by you?
tell me when there isn't any.
Okay, I'm just that's why I'm asking. Last time I checked, I never been to Australia.
No, man. The last time I went fishing was in 1986. Kerosene lantern exploded on me and copped third-degree burns.
Really?
Yep.
How did that happen?
Me and my uncle were setting up for overnight. It was cold. And I fired up a kerosene lantern with the metho. As I pulled the metho bottle and tube out, I let go of the bottle. The flame got sucked in. The metho and the kerosene exploded on me.
So that scarred your fishing experience from then on, or?
Put it this way, I got superficial burns on my face. I
Wow.
got third-degree burns on my left hand and right hand. I had to
Wow.
wear Michael Jackson compression surgical gloves for a year.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
And from then on, to be honest, I've never really been. Oh, no,
Just kind of
actually,
wrecked it all
sorry.
for you.
I didn't go for a while. I used to go charter fishing for about 3 years, and then that was it in the mid-90s.
A good friend of mine from high school actually runs a charter on Lake Erie here, and he goes all year round. Like he doesn't stop for the winter or anything. Like he goes all year round. And my son and I did a walleye charter with him this past summer, and it was fun. Caught a lot of fish, but it was a it was kind of a windy day. And at first I was okay because I did take the Dramamine. And then I don't know, about a couple hours into our trip, man, with the waves, oh, I was getting all sick. I didn't puke or nothing, but it was rough, man.
You're supposed to take it a couple of hours before.
I did. It's still next time I'm taking a couple of them. But
Wow.
he did tell me, he goes, take one the night before and then one before you come. And I didn't take the one the night before. So maybe
Okay.
that'll help. But yeah, I mean, it was a good fishing trip. I mean, you got to go. I mean, I think we were in like about 80 feet deep of water, where the temperatures are lower, obviously. And, he's got the boat, he's got all the gear. And, yeah, me and my son had a nice memory doing that with him. I got video and stuff of it.
That's nice.
It'd be nice to post it on here, but, I don't think I'm gonna.
Nah, not as a kid.
But some of them gave up some good fights. You know what I mean? And I know I lost the big one because I saw the thing jump out of the water, and I don't know what happened or what I did, but it spit the hook. But my
I've
friend's like,
done.
that was,
Occasionally, I'll go do some crabbing.
oh yeah, do you own a boat?
No, just off the jetties.
Oh, okay.
I'll just go down
I
the
was gonna
road
say
here from me, drop some
I
nets
wouldn't
over
be
over the
shocked if you
side.
owned a boat.
Nah, boats never really intrigued me.
Yeah, I always wanted to get one, but I have friends with them, so as long as they have them, I'm not gonna get one. So I don't have the time, and boat stands for bust out another 1,000. So
Yep. If you want to lose
yeah,
money,
I don't
buy a
need any
boat.
more expenses in my life.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
If you want to lose money, buy a boat.
Yeah, yeah,
And if you want to donate money, buy a drag car.
I know, right? Yeah, I think you told me a couple times what kind of money you got in your race car there. It's insane.
Look, when I used to race regularly, to go from where I am to Sydney, which is on the eastern side of Australia, 19-hour drive, would
19
cost me about,
hours?
yep,
Wow,
that's one way.
that's
Drive
insane.
there in the truck, just the diesel, up and back was about $2,000.
Do you have an enclosed trailer to haul a car?
I used to use the trailer or I used to just chuck it on the truck, an enclosed truck, whichever, depended.
Oh, okay.
If I was going to go crash over a mate's house, then I'd just basically go but with a truck, load the truck up.
So
If
so when
I
you
had to
race
camp on
now,
site,
just go ahead. I'm listening. I'm
going,
sorry.
it cost me about $5,000. That trip would cost me about $5,000.
Wow. Did you win a lot of money when you raced, or
You don't win nothing.
really? They
Yeah,
don't. If you Now, let me ask you this: is it bracket racing, or is it just whoever crosses the line first?
it depends on what category you're in.
Right, but I
Super
mean,
Street is gone.
no, I was gonna say like the one track that we have locally here is bracket racing. So whoever who's closest to their qualifying time wins, whether who
Yeah,
crosses the
well,
line first.
I used to run in Supergas, which is basically then he was a 990 dialing. So you had to run as close to the 990 as possible. If you went under, you broke out. If you went over, you
Right,
could
right.
lose.
So I mean, you honestly don't even need to run next to anybody because it's just it's a race against the
Oh
clock,
no,
more or less, right?
no, you could be running against a guy who's dialed in a 998. You might have dialed in a 990 flat. So he's got .08 of a start, which is enough to lose the race.
Yeah, but is it who crosses the finish line first, or is it the time only who wins?
The 990 is the closest to the 990 time, but it's the first over the line. So he could have dialed in a 998 and ran basically a 10, but he got across the line before me.
It's so weird.
It is.
You figure you just race in your class, and whatever the guidelines are in your class, and just whoever goes over the finish line first, that's it. You know what I
The
mean?
rate, look, my delay boxes and time boxes are all set to jump off the line. Then the car dies out. it counts down, and then it will shoot back up to get you to the 990.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're
Then I
not on.
decided,
You're not. So you
sorry,
don't got your foot to the floor the whole time, or
you got your foot to the floor, but the delay boxes and the time boxes will just cut you out and count out and then bring you back in.
really?
Yeah. Then I decided
It's
to
just
go into
crazy. I mean, you get all that. You got all that horsepower, and you're not using it to the whole time.
and then I decided to jump in Top Sportsman, which is basically flat out.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would be interested in. Just get in, just go straight
Yeah,
straight
but
down, and that's it.
Top Sportsman, I could dial in at 8 seconds. The guy next to me dials in at 8, 9, and he takes off before me on the time.
Right.
What you're talking about is first of the line is basically pro street, pro bracket.
Okay. Yeah. So they're just whoever gets over first, no matter what.
Yellow flash.
They start
What it
they
is,
start at the same time, and then
yeah,
whoever crosses first. Yeah. Okay.
all the yellow lights go off at once, and then the green. Whereas
Yeah.
the brackets I was in, the yellow lights will be counting down, and then yours will be counting down to green.
Do you have a delay box on the tree for the tree too?
Now, the delay boxes can be set up to, depending what bracket you're in. As soon as you turn the first light bulb on, you hit your delay box. It'll start counting down, and it'll work out when the green light's going to hit. Hold your foot flat, and it'll release automatically.
So it's you get a pretty good reaction time consistently then.
I was doing not too bad on the trees.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't went down a track in years, man. I would love to do it at some point again. I could take my minivan at they have amateur nights. I could take that down there if I wanted to.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But I don't want to beat on this thing.
Yeah.
You got company?
Look, my son just saying good night.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Yeah,
you
I
got to
feel
have
like
the
going to
passion.
bed too.
You got to have the passion. You got to have the, the oomph for it.
Yeah. So are you going to race this year at all, or is the car not going to
November.
be done?
No, the car's been sitting on mothballs for a couple of years now. November they're building a track here in Adelaide, so November's the official opening. Once that's up and running, I'll just run this track. I'm not going to go chase any more states. Too expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do when they start doing electric car drag racing? I think they have electric car Formula One and motorcycles too, right now.
They do. They don't
Yeah.
last the full length. Halfway through the race, they've got to jump out of the cars and jump into the spare.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I didn't. I've seen videos of them, but I've never actually watched a live race with them. I love the MotoGP motorcycles and then the Formula One cars. I love
Yes,
watching them
I-
guys.
I'm into that. Yeah, my best mate designed a electric go kart.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. My cousin raced go-karts when we were younger. I mean, he never went really
yeah.
far with it or whatever, but it was something to do on the weekends.
He designed an electric one to race and compete with the 125s.
Really?
Yep.
Do you see the future of racing being all electric? You think they're really going to do away with all the gas
Well,
cars, or
put it this way: in Australia, they've banned leaded race fuel.
really?
Yeah.
So you can't get the higher octane fuel anymore?
You can, but not with lead. The lead.
Your voice kind of skipped or something. Say that again.
You can get the high race fuel octane, but not leaded.
Oh, okay.
See, what a lot of people run is they're switching over to methanol or
Yeah.
what they call E85, which is a mixture of, we call it corn juice.
Right. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Do they do? I mean, this is probably a dumb question, but do they do like up here? They do like snowmobile drag racing and stuff like that. Do they have that kind of stuff down there?
Well, there's no snow
I
where
don't
I
think
am,
you
so
have.
there's no.
I was gonna say it, but that's why I was gonna say it's probably a dumb question, but like you just never know. Racing's
They
racing.
have
You know what I mean?
they call the circuit racing, which is the speedway sprint cars, which is track racing on the clay. There we've got the tractor pulls, the sand drags, which is the bikes on the sand.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
They have they have I don't know if Thindu's listening or not, or if he's awake yet, but on the Niagara River here, they do them crazy boats, the ones that do over 100 miles an hour. They have them.
the
They have those.
speedboats.
Yeah, they have those races locally here. I think in the summer, once a year here. And man, I mean, you could be miles and miles and miles away, and you hear those things on the water. They're flying.
Yeah,
They're so loud.
they call them the formula boats and the drag boats.
How do you see out of something like that with all the water kicking on the windshield like that? I don't understand. I mean, you could put all the Rain-X or whatever to get the water to repel, but like, how do you see when you got a guy right in front of you on the water doing 60, 70 miles an hour? Just it seems insane.
60, 70 miles an hour, and the rest. That I could never understand because even the drag boats, they reckon if you come flying out of the cockpit, you hit the waters like hitting concrete.
Oh yeah,
It'll
no
shatter,
doubt.
it'll shatter every bone in your body.
Yeah, yep. But like I'm saying though, how do them guys see and navigate on the water when they're racing and at that highest speed? How you doing, Spencer?
You got to be strapped in so hard, and your head's got to be basically strapped in that hard too to stop it from bouncing and vibrating.
I mean, yeah, because they basically are hydroplaning, at that highest
Yeah,
speed. But
aquaplaning.
how?
Yeah.
But again, how do you see? You know what I mean? I just don't get how they see and how they pass other boats. Like I don't.
They must have
Just
something
it's
on the windshield which repels the water that keeps it always clear.
Yeah, I don't know. That just seems crazy. I mean, even like the Formula One cars when they race, and they race in the rain too. Like Le Mans, they race in the rain too. Like I really wonder how they do that.
It's
How
hard.
they see like that.
I've raced supercars in the rain, and they're all open. Supercars just about all open, like a Formula One.
Yeah, yeah,
And you get someone in front of you that sprays it all up in front of you. You can't really see nothing. All you're relying on is their rain light.
yeah. I mean, Formula Ones they have them special tires for the rain too. But I mean, even so, I mean it's like glass.
Yeah, we used to
Edwin, what's
run
happening?
in the supercars. We run the wet slicks, which is a groove slick. And for that, you need always water on the track. You need to keep those tires cold. Otherwise, as soon as they heat up, they just melt.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Even the MotoGP guys race in the rain. The bikes, they even race in the rain. They're out of their minds.
They're more nutcases than the Formula Ones.
Yeah, yep.
How do you flip a bike on the side like that and keep it up in the rain is beyond me.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. And they have some really brutal crashes. I mean, even when the pavement's red hot, it's not doesn't take much to high side one of those motorcycles. You know what I mean?
Godfather, I came flying out of my supercarts at 160 k's. I actually hit a guy, T-boned a guy because he cut in front of me across the track. I virtually T-boned him. I went flying out of my supercar. My supercar rolled about 13 times. I
Without
basically rolled.
without you, you got out of it before it rolled.
I flew out of the cart when I hit him. I went
Right,
one way
right.
and the
Oh,
cart
okay.
and the cart went the other way. The cart did 13 barrel rolls, and I was just rolling across the track. My
Oh my
my
God.
first instincts were, as I hit that track, was to basically curl up into a ball, so I don't have any limbs hanging out to break. And I was praying to God no one was coming close by to run me over.
Wow. Did the other guy get hurt from you hitting him like that, or?
Nah, he got away with nothing. I'm the one that was totally fucked. I destroyed a $14,000 supercar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he wanted me to pay for his damages, and I said, "You got a fat chance of that, mate. You're the one that caused it."
Wow. Was that the end of your racing with that, or did you fix yours or buy another one? Or?
Well, the story was, I got taken by ambulance to the medic centre, so did he. And I was sitting on the bed, and then there was a bed in the middle, and then he was sitting. And he kept yapping and going off at me that I got to pay for his damages. And, the usual swearing and this and that going back and forth. The nurse has got my blood pressure machine on, and my blood pressure was going over 200.
Oh wow.
And she was freaking out. And I said, "Listen,
Why
calm
the
down.
hell they put you in the same room?
I don't know." And he kicked off me. I jumped to bed. I virtually decked him. They had to call in security and everyone. I got called up to race control. When
How
I
long
got
ago
called
was
up to
that?
that would have been a good 7 years ago.
Oh, 7 years ago?
Yeah, I got called up to race control, and they told me to bring my helmet and bring my race suit. I was still wearing my race suit, wore my helmet. The steward grabs my helmet and cuts my neck strap. And I said to her, "What the hell did you do that for?" She goes, "Oh, you got serious impact on the side of your helmet." I said, "There's no impact. I didn't hit the ground. I just grazed the ground." I lost control. She destroyed a $900 helmet. I
Oh my
hit the
God.
roof. The two assistants were holding me back. I was going to hit her. I was already jacked off after what happened. Now, by law, they were supposed to impound my car. They were supposed to impound my helmet. They were supposed to impound my suit. They never did any of that. So I rang my cousin, who was the head of CAMS, the Confederation of Australian Motorsport. And I said, Michael, he was also the race director of Formula One, Michael Masi. And I told him the situation. He goes, "She did what?" And they found that she was in the wrong. She had to basically compensate. I said, "Michael, she's not to be here anymore." To finish everything off, you know what she did to me? She docked 8 points off my race license, fined me $1,200, and suspended me for 7 race meets.
So did you get that overturned?
Michael tried, but he couldn't.
So wow,
So I
that's
sat out
crazy. I
7
mean,
races. Now I got my car back and running. Got a new helmet. I ended up getting a new seat. Started racing, and basically, I used to sit behind a cart, freight train behind a cart. I never used to shout, and I never used to hit them. I used to sit right behind their ass until I could jump out and overtake. And then they
right.
pinged me for shunting. 2 race points, $300 fine. This went on
Huh.
twice in one meet. And I thought, what the hell is going on? They had it in for me. They wanted me out. So I said, I'll fix you all up. Next race, I was driving Miss Daisy.
Oh,
Just
you're just
driving normal,
putting around.
just potting around, driving normal. And they couldn't do nothing to me. It went on for 3 races. And then I said, that's it, I'm parking up.
So do you still have the cart, or no? Did you get rid of it?
I sold that cart, but I've got another shifter cart.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a 6-speed shifter cart, which I just take out every now and then just for fun.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't have any more toys. I got I got speakers now. So
You know, speakers, I got toys.
I got speakers and subwoofers and you know, wires. Those are my toys.
Uh, my next toy
I
might
do
be a
have a
heart.
I do have a small little mini bike that I putt around on, but that's like a it's like a kid's toy, but I don't know.
My next toy, if I get one, will be a Harley.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had my motorcycle for a couple of years. I had it like a smaller one that I got my license on and stuff, and I couldn't really get in trouble with that one. But once I got my bigger crotch rocket, I got myself in a lot of trouble, and then I crashed. So then I crashed and almost got cut in half by a guardrail. So I never bought another one after that. I totaled it. I cracked the triple tree in 3 spots. That's how hard I hit the
wow.
guardrail at the first impact. I rode alongside the guardrail, and then basically the front wheel got pinned underneath, and I went over the windshield and over the guardrail. But going over the guardrail, that's when I got cut. So I got lucky. I got super
My
lucky.
brother had a my brother had a Honda CBR R400,
Yeah,
which was basically the circuit bikes, and
yeah, they're
his carburetor system on there was worth $4 grand just the carbies.
wow.
That thing
Yeah,
moved.
yeah. I had a lot of fun on my bike. We used to ride. We had a group of people that rode every night. We tell everybody to meet at a certain spot every night, and whoever showed up at that time, we all went out together and cruised for the night. And whoever didn't, whatever. But it was a lot of fun until, like I said, one day I was cowboying and being a dumbass, and I didn't know the road, and I paid for it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Back in those days,
But I got extremely lucky. But right now, if I were to try to ride one, I'd probably shit my pants. You know what I mean? They're just so powerful, and now they're all electronic and fuel injected, and they're insane now.
I'd love to grab and jump on a Ducati 996.
If I had one and someone offered for me to ride it, I would get on it too. Those bikes are beautiful. They're awesome. They're
I
single
just
swing
love
arm too, I think.
this. Yeah, and I just love the sound of those. The sound is so unique.
Yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, they're more of a torquey bike. They're more like faster from 0 to like I don't know, we'll say like 120 rather than like the
Oh, yeah,
higher speeds.
definitely. That's why the
Um,
Ducatis in the Grand Prix can take out of the corner, no problem.
yeah,
I've actually got in the top end too. Mid range is not that much.
right. But I mean, with the MotoGP, I mean, they're $1 million, those bikes,
Oh,
and those guys just destroy them in one corner. You know what I mean? There
Todd
goes a
Farmer,
$1 million.
just my supercar, one piston and rod, one piston and con rod was $400.
Oh my God. Yeah, I believe it.
It's a V twin 250 times two pistons, two con rods. For a rebuild, it's $800. Just those.
Wow. Yeah, that's yeah, that's an
I
expensive
used to,
hobby.
it is. I used to always rebuild my motors every 40 hours.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I
Especially
mean,
when you're in.
I just can't get over, like, I've watched videos on how they build these MotoGP motorcycles, and just the technology and the engineering that go into them bikes are just unreal. Like, I would never think of
Astronomical.
some of the stuff that they do to those motorcycles. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's um, but yeah,
Especially when you
I
got those
was
things.
I was a big fan of Mark Marquez because I thought he was going to break Valentino Rossi's uh, uh, record, with eight championships, because he was on his way, but he was so careless and nuts. I mean, he was winning, you know, I don't know how many, I forget how many races there are, but he was winning probably 95% of the races for a few
Yeah.
years there.
But the problem is the same as Valentino. They were basically bulletproof until they had a serious accident.
Right. Yep.
And then
Yeah.
they
So
weren't
his
dead.
arms, yeah, he's on his like third surgery on his elbow or his shoulder or something like that. And ever since then, he hasn't really been competitive.
Yeah. You look at,
You know,
what's his name in Formula One, Michael Schumacher. He
yeah.
was he was one of the best drivers ever, right? Until he had a serious accident. Then he backed off.
But
All
that
the
wasn't
other.
even Oh, okay, never mind. But I was gonna say, after he retired, he got in that skiing accident, and he's been never been
Work
the
that
same
out.
since.
Work that out. Formula One, 300 kilometers an hour, which is about 200 something miles an hour plus. Never had a
Yeah,
serious major accident. Goes skiing and destroys his life.
yeah, and they've his wife has kept him like out of the spotlight totally. Like, she like hides him because they don't want anybody knowing how he's doing. You
I
know what I
think he's a
mean?
vegetable. I actually think he's a vegetable.
Yeah, I mean that's probably pretty accurate because she doesn't allow him to be seen on screen or anything. His son's in
Exactly.
the Formula One now. He's not very good though yet.
No, he's just been dropped.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah,
what was his name? Mickey Schumacher?
Mick Schumacher. Yeah.
Yeah, Mick. So he wasn't doing too well. The last time I
No.
was, keeping up with it, I know he wasn't doing very well.
Just because you've got a racing pedigree of the father doesn't mean the son's going to be brilliant. I'll give you an example. In the MotoGP, you had Australian Mick Doohan, who was, a multi world champion, right?
Mick Doohan or whatever his
Yeah,
name was. Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
His son didn't do much. Then you got Wayne Rainey, the other Australian, was a 2 times world champion. His son races in Formula One, in the Formula One series, right on the two wheels.
Yeah. And now, what's his name is taking over Formula One now. Hamilton's done. He's done with what's his name?
He's
Max Verstappen.
Verstappen, yeah, but it's not the drivers, it's the car.
Yeah, I know.
Because you
I
look
know.
at Hamilton, if he's such a brilliant driver, even though his car is crap, he should still be up there.
Yeah. You know who was my favorite to watch, and I was very young when when he was alive, was Senna, Ayrton Senna. Hey
Anthony
Noel, how
Senna,
you doing?
yes.
Senna was out. I never heard a person pound on a race car like him shifting. Now, I mean, now it's all electronic. You push a button and then you shift the car, or you go into certain modes. Like this was just straight, just beat the hell out of the car and drive it, and do what it
Now
gives you.
it's all electronic, whereas back in those days, yeah, you had shifters, you had everything. You were driving the car. Ayrton Senna, Nigel Mansell, Keke Rosberg, and
Alan Prost, yeah,
Alan Prost, all those guys, you know, Jackie
yeah, that's
Stewart.
yep. Nah, yeah, you said Mansell, yep, yeah, those guys. Was it who drove for Ferrari? Was it Berger?
Yeah, Gerhard Berger.
Yeah, yep, yep. Yeah,
Senna,
those were good racing days, man.
ah,
Those guys drove. You know what I mean?
exactly. You could see when they came out of the cart that they were worn out completely. Not like these guys, they come out of the cart. It's like, I just went for a Sunday drive.
Yeah, it's all or electronic traction control and stuff like that now, and it's all electronic. It doesn't seem very doesn't seem
Not
like
as
you got to do a
it's
whole lot.
Formula One has sort of lost a bit of its shine, and MotoGP's picked up.
Yeah, yep. I think I think MotoGP's picked up because uh uh Mark Marquez got hurt and he's not competitive no more. So all these new faces and new riders are doing much better. You know what I mean? So it's actually more competitive now. Honda's not winning everything.
And you
So
can't control the bike from the pit.
right, yes, yep, you're exactly right. It actually takes a
Because
little bit more skill to do that.
there's no communication with the rider.
They don't have radios in MotoGP. Oh, that's right. They
No,
stick the signs out still, right?
yeah, and all they got on the screen is basically saying they communicate by tire warning or uh, engine management. Retire, but they can't do any more than that.
And with MotoGP, they don't do pit stops either, like Formula One does. So I mean,
Not
they got to
for
run with whatever, however they start the races, the way they go.
they finish.
Yeah,
Unless it's all of a sudden it pours down with rain and they just got to pull in the pits and jump on the spare bike, which is set up for the wet.
right, right. Hey Noel, I don't know if you caught Thindu's show the other day. I made a pizza during his live show, and I had a can of the Just Pizza sauce, and I held it up to the camera, and we all gave you a shout out on Thindu's show. What was it? What's today? Wednesday, so it was Monday. So check it out if you didn't see it. But
Anyway, Edwin, blessings to you.
what do you think about NASCAR?
I don't mind it.
I mean, they have
I don't.
restrictor plates, so everybody's right around the same speed. You know what I mean? It's
The only
kind of
thing
hard.
it is, but I tend to find it a little bit boring just constantly watching a circle, an oval, just running in an oval direction, one direction.
Right.
It can get a bit, after a while, monogamous.
Yeah, if I need to sleep, if it's a Sunday or something, I'll turn NASCAR on or golf, and I'll
Yeah,
fall asleep.
we got our supercars here, which is the V8s. They're rated around about 600-700 horsepower circuit racing, and they race on the streets and some normal
Oh, really?
track, normal tracks. But they're very similar to like they're not a Formula One car. They're an actual steel body production car, and the chassis is the same for everyone. The restriction of the engine is the same for everyone. The cubic inches is the same for everyone.
Really?
It's got a bit of variety where it's got left and rights and straights and stuff like that.
Huh. Have you ever seen the race, the
Oh,
Isle of Man TT?
if you got no brains and you want to die, go race there. Seriously.
So
Speed.
for yeah, so for everybody listening in the chat, I know this is not like stuff, you know, any of the people in our little circle here talk about racing a lot, but if you get a second and you haven't heard of the Isle of Man TT, put it in your
Oh,
put it in your
to watch
search engine
this.
and YouTube and watch it, and you'll if you want to see a pure psycho on a machine, then that's what you gotta watch, because these guys race on the streets of that island, right? It's an island, obviously,
Streets of
and
Ireland. Yeah.
yeah, and they go, I mean, almost 200 miles an hour. If they go over a hill, they're airborne, and they race in all the weather, and there's spectators all over the place, and the guys are
Spectators
completely.
basically. Yeah, go on.
No, I was just saying these guys are completely out of their minds. What brings them back every year and whatever they do are nuts. And I'm shocked that there isn't more deaths per race.
You could be standing on the side watching a bike fly past, and the helmet would be millimeters away from you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and that just they go so fast through like residential little streets. It's not even a track. It's
Yes.
it's a makeshift track around the island. And
And one side will have a hill, the other side will have a cliff. And if you don't judge it properly or don't pull it up enough, you'll go flying off that cliff and you'll kill yourself.
yeah, that's just it's like I said,
Some
I'm so shocked that people finish that race.
every year, I think
I,
there's one or two deaths every year.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I don't know if it's just like one class that does it, you know, or if there's any restrictions, or they just, run what you brung. You know what I mean?
No restrictions because those things are traveling about 300 plus.
Uh, Edwin, thank you so much. I hope one day that I would be a billionaire. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I appreciate I appreciate the good thoughts, and I always like having you here, man. You know that. Uh, um, but yeah, I wouldn't even imagine trying to go around that track just at my own
No.
pace. You know what I mean? At my own pace, because of the twists and turns, and it's just insane. If these guys
There's
just
no
go, what's that?
there's no there's no practice or nothing. It's just start the race and go for it. And the track
Yeah,
is always changing from lap to lap.
yeah, and there's all hills and dips and curves, and there's no fence. You know what I mean? There's no guardrails. Like it's not a racetrack. It's literally an island that they block off the streets, and they race, and people are all over the place. So
Yeah.
it's
All there is
but
bay hails on one side. That's really going to do a lot.
yeah, you could be going through like a little city, and then all of a sudden you're in farmland, and these guys are right to the well, it's not a car, but I mean they're right to the floor the whole race. I mean, it
Oh,
just 15,000 RPM all race long. I mean, probably higher. What am I saying? Probably higher. Um, but yeah, Isle of Man TT. That's what you got to put in your YouTube search engine, and it's. I mean, you could be a motorcycle racing fan, a dirt bike racing fan, or like Don and I were talking about the MotoGP, where these guys, have it's controlled, it's a track, and but this is just like a full blown street race, you know, times 50.
and
You
also
mean,
they have the bikes with a sidecar where they're laying on the sidecar.
you serious?
Have you ever seen that racing?
No,
It's a two man
they
on a
race it.
bike with a with a sidecar,
On the Isle of Man
and the guy,
TT?
I think it was the Isle of Man. I can't remember where it is. They do that racing where the guy's basically leaning on the side and leaning on the other end of the bike to stop it from flipping over, so they can get full speed.
No thanks. I wouldn't even try that on a in a parking lot. I
I,
wouldn't even.
at our age, sitting in the shopping trolley is even dangerous.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, in my 20s, nothing scared me. I would get in a car, a motorcycle, I'd do anything. And now
Yeah,
it's just like, okay, I'm content with a V6 engine right now. So,
every
it's
time I used
just
to jump in my race car, and every time I used to jump in the race car, the first thing I used to do was just go through it thoroughly, just check my everything, and just kept
oh, you
praying
gotta.
and praying, and hoping that this will, if I have a serious accident,
I mean, you have a roll cage in your car, right?
I've got to have a roll cage for the speed that and time that I'm doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's just a question. Just a question. I mean, with the horsepower you said you had it, and I was assuming that you have to have that kind of, protection, safety.
Yeah, it's an 8-second car,
That's flying. That is
and
moving.
it's an 8 second over a quarter mile, not an eighth.
Right, right. Yeah, that's flying. Eighth mile, you'd probably do it in about 6, right?
Eighth mile's half track.
Right. So
Eighth
you're
mile's
saying
about
4, like 4?
six. No, no. Eighth miles is probably close to a 6.
Oh, that's just still moving in that short of a distance. That's crazy.
6.5. Sorry, around that mark.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool.
And
Yeah, one
a
of these
mate of
days,
mine,
you should upload a video of you racing. I think that'd be kind of cool. We can all no, seriously, we could all share it.
I'm actually looking at a Red Nova.
Okay.
I'm looking at this Red Nova. A mate of mine's got. His is a 6-second car basically.
Wow.
That'll do sixes. He's been hounding me and begging me, and he wants me to go halves in it with him. We're both racing. We'll both race it. We'll take turns racing.
Wow.
But if I do that, I'll probably have to sell mine.
I don't know. No, I'm not off. I worked till 5 a.m. So MB, our weather is cold. Nothing's going on as far as snow, but it is cold. It is cold. I'm sitting in my driveway, but I got the heat up, so I'm good.
I'm sitting
Um,
in shorts and t-shirt.
yeah, that's great, Don. Have fun with all that.
And flip flops.
Yeah, I have a t-shirt, a hoodie, and my work coat on. I got long johns, my jeans, and I got my boots and socks on. So I'm layered up.
So you're ready to jump on a plane and go on holiday. You don't need to pack.
Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, I got a couple layers. But yeah, it's cold, man. And when it's colder outside, it's colder in our warehouse too. So it's yeah. But when you're moving and doing stuff, you don't you sweat and you're all right. But
It's when you're moving, you don't feel. As soon as you stop, it's like that's it.
yeah.
I used to work in the produce market with in the winter with a t-shirt and a pair of shorts.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah. Yeah.
In freezing cold weather, coming in and out of cool rooms.
Yeah. When I was younger, the cold didn't bother. Not saying I'm older or anything, but the cold never bothered me. I used to deliver pizza in storms in a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. It didn't never bothered me. But now I layer up. So
You
the worst
feel
thing I can do is take some peel a layer off and I'll be okay. But other than that, I suit up. So yeah,
Exactly. You
spring will
feel it
be
more.
here. Not in Buffalo. Spring in Buffalo comes in about June. So, but yeah, I'm gonna probably shut it down. I gotta get in the house and wake everybody up and get my mornings. Well,
No worries.
get everybody else's morning started. So start making breakfast and packing lunches and driving them to school and hopefully get a little bit of rest. So, but yeah, it wasn't the show wasn't jumping off the charts or anything, but you know what? I thought it was a pretty good conversation about racing, man. I enjoyed it. It's definitely a nice
Hey,
change of pace,
we
and I hope
don't have to
everybody
always
else who was listening enjoyed it.
we don't have to always attack each other or whatever. We can have serious comments. We can have comical times.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I know. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of my friends aren't into that kind of stuff, and it's crazy. You get on YouTube and you talk to a guy across the world and talking about the same sort of thing. It's really cool. It's neat.
and how much you'd have
But
in common, for example.
I know, right? Yeah, it's
Yep.
crazy. But all right,
Yep.
Don, I appreciate you coming up, and yeah,
No worries, buddy.
I'll try to come on tomorrow morning. See what happens.
All right.
If
No
I have a
worries.
decent night at work, I'll do a show.
Cool. Have a good day.
Well, get some rest. Yeah, go to bed,
See
get some
you.
rest, and have a beer for me. All right.
No worries, buddy.
All
All right.
right. I'll
See you,
see you.
man.
All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna go in and get everybody in the house mad at me for waking them up, um, and hopefully I'll get a little bit of rest afterwards. But yeah, everybody who was in the chat, I know it wasn't us ripping on each other all morning and screaming at each other, but you know what? I thought it was a pretty cool conversation with Don. He's definitely a racer. He's got a lot more race experience and probably a lot more knowledge than me as far as cars and stuff like that. But it's cool. I enjoyed it. It was awesome. But everybody have a great day. Noel, thanks for coming on up. MB, who else? Edwin was here. Spencer stopped in. JJ, Joey Melrose, Brooklyn guy Vinny. Who else? I think I got everybody. Oh, and TT. So I think I got everybody. So everybody have a good day. Be productive, be safe, and see you tomorrow.